So it's officially been 1 year since I've purchased my Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus, and so here are my honest thoughts. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Nav. I'm a real estate agent here in Toronto, and I talk about personal finance, investing, entrepreneurship, and here and then I also make Tesla videos. Make sure to smash that subscribe button because I upload weekly and you definitely don't want to miss out on this content. So yes, it's officially been 1 year since I've purchased my Tesla Model 3, and I have a lot of feedback that I'd like to share with you guys. I think it's gonna be really helpful. Some of the pros and cons that I've experienced over the past 12 months. So if you're looking to buy a Tesla, this will definitely help you. And if you own a Tesla, then most probably you can agree with me as well. So I'm gonna start off with one of the first pros. And I think this is a really important topic, and it's also one of the main reasons people buy Teslas, and it's because we save money. How much money have I saved over the past 12 months? Well, that's a great question, and I'm actually gonna pull out my calculator and we're gonna calculate it together and see exactly how much money I've saved not pumping gas. So over the past 12 months, I've driven almost 30,000 kilometers. Now, for simplicity purposes, we're just gonna say 30,000 kilometers. Now, on my previous car, I owned an Audi S3, and I was averaging around 550 kilometers for a $70 tank of gas. So if we do some basic math, 30,000, divide that by 550 kilometers, that's 54 pumps. And we're gonna times that by $70. So I have saved a whopping $3,800. That is huge. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why you should be purchasing a Tesla, because you're no longer going to be pumping gas. Now, one of the things that people don't actually talk about is the amount of time I've actually saved not going to the gas station. I think I've been to a gas station less than 5 times in the past 12 months, and it's probably because I wanted a chocolate bar or a pack of gum. I mean, there's really no other reason why a Tesla should be pulling into a gas station. So forget about the time. I've saved almost $3,800. If you really think about it, that's a free vacation, or that's an additional savings that can go into my investment account, or whatever the case may be. Now, of course, a lot of you may ask, like, being a business owner, you can expense your gas. Well, what if you don't expense your gas and you decide to expense the $3,800 otherwise, maybe in investing in new business equipment or maybe some new gear for your office, right? So this is big, guys. $3,800 is what I've saved in the past 12 months owning my Tesla Model 3. So that leads us to the next pro that I wanted to mention for all you viewers who are potentially looking to buy a Tesla or own a Tesla, and it's how much money have I spent in maintenance? And give me a quick drum roll, because that magic number is $40. I've spent a total of $40 in the past 12 months on maintenance. And what is it that I spent $40, you may ask? Changing my tires to winter tires. That's right. I've only spent 40 bucks to change my tires to my winter tires. That is it. There is no oil changes needed. There is no transmission fluid. There's no brake fluid. Apparently, I don't have to change my brakes to almost 200,000 kilometers. So really, in the foreseeable future, I have no maintenance at all. I think that's really exciting. Again, something that I don't have to worry about, or time that I'm saving from going to the mechanic or going to a service center and worrying about some parts that need to be replaced. So far, thank God, nothing has gone wrong. Other than that, $40 is what I've spent for maintaining my car, and it's just simply a tire change. The next pro that I wanted to talk about, which is probably my favorite thing about this car, it's a feature that I wish every single car on the road had, and it's all the over-the-air updates I've received in the past 12 months. I could tell you guys that the moment I purchased this car and today, there's a huge difference. I mean, I feel like I almost own a new car every single month, with just a notification on my phone letting me know that I have an update, and then next thing you know, 20 minutes later, I have all these cool features that the car never had before. It's really one of the biggest selling points about this car. The thing is, when you buy a BMW or a Lexus or pretty much any car that's not a Tesla, it's almost outdated the year after because the company has released all this new tech for the new car that your original car won't get. Owning a Tesla, I get over-the-air updates. It's probably one of the best things that Tesla can feature for its buyers and its customers is that you never feel left behind. You always have the latest and greatest software uploaded to your car for absolutely free. One of the most recent updates I just got about a month or two ago, which was probably one of my favorite, is being able to check your dashcam footage in the car. Now, this is really convenient because instead of unplugging the USB, going home and plugging it into a computer and then watching the footage, I can watch it directly in my car. And so here's a little bit of a hack, and a way I've been taking advantage of this is sometimes I forget and I don't know if I've closed the garage at home when I left. So what I do is I quickly pull over, load my dashcam viewer, and I just watch the past 2 minutes. And there you go. I now know that I closed the garage, and it's perfect. I don't have to stress about it the whole day or drive all the way back home just to double check. I can just literally check. So really convenient, very useful. And I'm really excited to see what Tesla's going to be bringing out in the future in terms of other updates, because honestly, possibilities are endless with these updates. I'm really excited to see what Tesla's going to be bringing in the future. So yes, over the past 12 months, those are the top 3 highlights, which I really wanted to share in this video. If you wanted to hear more of the in-depth stuff, guys, I have previous uploads that'll really help you make your choice. So with that being said, let's talk about some of the cons or some of the areas of improvements which I wish were a little better. And the first one I want to start off with is now there is so many white Tesla Model 3s on the road. And I remember back when I purchased mine, I was one of the first to have a white one. So it's been a little too saturated. And if you guys recall, I did previously upload a video where I did an Oreo wrap on my car. So I do differentiate my car a little bit compared to all the other standard white ones on the road. But again, it doesn't feel like I have something special anymore. It used to feel something special, but now there's like a bunch of white Tesla Model 3s on the roads. If you are looking to buy a Tesla Model 3 specifically, maybe avoid buying the white one because there's so many on the road, and maybe consider getting the red or the black or the blue. Or if you want to spend that extra little bit, get your car wrapped in a very nice color. I personally want to get a wrap myself. I don't want to share exactly what color I'm going to get, but that'll probably happen in the next couple months or so. The next con that I wanted to share was I wish I just had a little bit more range. Now, I have the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus, and at the time of purchase, it was advertised at around 325 kilometers. Over a period of time, I can maybe recall after 6 months of owning the car, I did get a couple software updates that improved my range, and I was supposed to get around 390 kilometers, but I'm still averaging around 320 kilometers. So it is enough for my daily need, but really my main concern is because I live in Toronto and the winter could be quite devastating at times, I lose about 50% of my range. And you know, that's really on the borderline for me because I drive about 100 kilometers a day, and during the winter I get about 160 kilometers. So I do want a little bit more leeway. Maybe if I had around 200 plus kilometers, I would feel a little bit more comfortable, but sometimes I do feel like I'm living life on the edge. Now, good news is for the 2021 Tesla Model 3, they just announced that they might have heat pumps, which is huge because that is what the Model Y has. And if that is the case, and you're looking to buy a Tesla Model 3, well, then you're in luck. You won't have the same issue as me. You won't lose as much range as me, and you'll definitely have a better time in the winter. Lastly, the final con or area of improvement I must say is the amount of noise I hear in the inside of the car. I've mentioned this in a previous video of mine where I hear too much noise on the road. And more specifically, I hear too much wind on windy days. If it's just a regular day, I don't really hear much. But if I'm driving down on the highway and it's a windy day, well, I hear a lot of wind creeping through my windows. And unless I'm blasting my music, if I'm on a phone call and I hear no music and I'm having a conversation and all I hear is this wind creeping through the window, it really just gets a little annoying at times. I wish this was something that they could have improved, and I'm hoping they do in the future. As of right now, that is probably one of the most disappointing things for me personally on my Tesla Model 3. With that being said, guys, those are some of my key highlights and areas of improvements that I really wanted to share being an owner of this car for 1 year. If you guys wanted some more in-depth information, then make sure to check out my channel right after this video where I talk about so many more topics on the car. With that being said, guys, my name is Nav. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.